Today we're back and we're going to be going over the easiest ways to actually increase your damage after the new update. In all fairness, I haven't seen my damage move too much, but there's been a massive change to reforges on accessories, so we're going to be taking a look at that today. Anyway, let's get to it. But before we do get into the video, if you do go to enjoy the video and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It really does help the channel out and there's really no reason not to. If I do get annoying, you can always unsubscribe. And also, you should leave a like on the video. It lets me know that you actually enjoy the videos and it also boosts the video in the algorithm. And finally, my Discord server is the top link in the description. There's really no reason not to join. Anyway, let's get into it. So if you start off in the hub and you head over here towards the Alchemist, come to this building here. Inside here is where the magic happens. So at the moment in my accessory bag, everything's reforged to a mixture of like strong, bloody and shaded, trying to maximise the damage in a way. Although if we now come over to Maxwell over here, he's going to sort us out. So if we click on him and keep clicking, he'll just keep basically throwing out this massive spiel. What you really need to do is turn and go over to this Ozana person. Now, it actually looks like Ozan, that's my bad. But anyway, essentially all you do is you click on Ozan, and when you can finally actually get into the menu, they will essentially refund you for the reforges on your accessories, which is pretty cool. So for instance here, I can get 5 million for all the reforges on my accessories, so I'm going to go ahead and collect the 5 million coins. Just like that. You may be thinking that's a bit of a stupid idea because now you've got no reforges, and this is a bit of a risk because I've not actually tried this out. This is the first time me trying it too. Essentially all you have to do is keep clicking through where it says select the offer, and it brings you to this menu, and this menu has got quite a few different options. It will basically show you, number one, your magic power, mine's 439, and obviously there's lots of different options and they all give you varying stats, and from there you can literally just click on anyone that you want and it will basically apply that power to your reforge bag. For instance, this one here, Commando, gives you plus 138 strength, plus 138 crit damage, a bit of crit chance, some health and defense as well. Obviously, depending on what you're actually wanting to do, you can pick and choose as you like. So I'm going to go ahead and select the Commando one, which is more geared towards damage, and we're going to see sort of what damage we'll be doing. So at the moment, I currently have two weapons. So I have a Livid Dagger and a Giant Sword. I currently have no armor on whatsoever. We're going to go ahead and see what sort of damage we're doing with this Livid Dagger. So 61k, so that's actually more damage than I was doing before. And I have an extra 5 million coins because I've sold my reforges. In terms of the Giant Sword, is once again more than I was doing before. So yeah, I can't really complain. And that's for free. And when I say it's for free, I mean that's actually for profit. Although if we come back over to the accessory bag menu again, and we click on this icon here, and essentially what you can do is combine 9 reforged stones that were already in the game, or maybe new ones as well, and essentially that will then unlock a new ability, but then there's a cost. Obviously you've got to buy the stones, but in return these are probably going to be better. Now the way that you buy the stones is actually through the Bazaar. Obviously once again, depending on how many coins you're willing to spend and sort of what stats you want to increase, there's going to be lots of different options you can choose. I've heard that Bloody is a good option just because it's fairly cheap. Not only that, it is pretty good in terms of the stats that it gives you. So we're going to head over to the Bazaar and we need to buy 9 beating hearts. And if you go over to the Bazaar and click on power stones, it then gives you this massive array of power stones that you can basically buy and then unlock extra powers. For instance, this stone here, the Scorched Books, if you actually look at the stats, they are very good. At 500 magical power, it'll give you plus 155 strength, plus 177% crit damage, and also plus 33% bonus attack speed, also plus 7 ferocity, although you do have to be combat skill 35. Very good stats, although the cost of each one is going to be around about 1 million coins, and you need 9, so it's going to cost you about 100 million coins to do this, although it is unlocked forever then, so it, you know, it swings and roundabouts. Now a lot of people used to use shaded on the talismans through applying the Dark Orb. Now if we click on the Dark Orb, these are the stats that it will now provide. So once again at 500 magical power, give you plus 11 speed, plus 89 strength, plus 332% crit damage, which is pretty good. Also gives you plus 3 bonus attack speed and plus 3 ferocity, combat 20 needed. Nevertheless, I guess the idea is still to try and balance your strength and crit damage, so if you're using a very strong weapon, for instance maybe a Giant Sword, this may work out well. I'm not going to go through all the reforged stones. You can have a look at these for yourself and see which one best suits you in terms of coins and the stats that you want. I think I'm personally going to go for the Beating Heart, so the Bloody Reforge. It's nice strength, it's nice crit damage, it gives you a bit of extra attack speed. Intelligence is, you know, it's a nice added bonus. Most importantly for me, to be quite honest, the strength and the crit damage is the same. So I do have a giant sword, but most of the time I probably use a livid dagger or a juju shortbow. The attack speed's nice, and you know, it just makes sense. As you can see at the moment, these are around about 750, 775k per unit on the Bazaar. And just looking, there is literally so many different reforged stones you can use, and some of them are extremely cheap, as you can see here, literally 6 coins. It's mad. What they've done is actually pretty good. This is a very nice change, and obviously there's low, high and power stones. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and buy 7 beating hearts and get the bloody reforge on and see what sort of increase it provides. So we're going to buy 9, we're just going to buy them now. Obviously I'm losing coins, but to be honest I'm not really too bothered. It cost me just less than 7 million coins, which means that, actual fact, I've lost 2 million coins, or I've paid 2 million coins, because obviously I've got the 5 million coins from selling my reforges. If we now go down here, and we should now just be able to shift click all of these on, and then click to learn power, and there we now have the bloody reforge, and that will appear just about there, and these are the stats that it now gives me. And in comparison to the free commander one that I was using, I'll lose the health and the defense buff, although I do get more of a substantial strength and crit damage buff. I also get the attack speed, so to be honest, this sort of works better for me. And now if we do another damage test, we're going to be using Livid Dagger and Giant Sword again. So the Livid Dagger was doing 61k before, if I remember correctly, if I can actually get one to hit normally instead of in the back. That is in the back. There we go, 70k. So it's a 9k damage increase for 2 million coins, which is not too bad. Remember, once again, I'm not using a pet or armor or anything like that. As for the Giant Sword, 124k. 124k, so that's very nice. All in all, I think this change is probably for the better. I quite like the idea, to be honest. How it used to be, having to reforge everything individually, was good in terms of you could make everything a little bit more customizable. Obviously you can now also build the power stones and everything like that, but you could reforge everything individually. Obviously you could exactly choose what your stats want to be, but at the same time I feel like for newer players it can get a little bit overwhelming and a little bit confusing when it comes to reforging, so I think this change is for the better. And also it is a pretty cool idea. There's such a range of different stones you can choose from. They've done a good job. Anyway, this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.